Hi everyone, and welcome to Murphy's Law Garage on this beautiful Memorial Day. Thank you to all the veterans that have served, the people who are actively serving, and those who gave their lives to make this country a better place. Today we're going to work on the Ford Explorer Sport Trac. I'm sure y'all don't need me to show you how to change gaskets on a motor. This isn't really that type of video. So I'm going to get down here, I'm going to assess the main pan leak and get everything pulled off, get those pans sealed up, and then I'll bring you back most probably sometime around the gasket being replaced. Either that or when we're cleaning the tranny up to stick it back in, because we can't start it until the transmission's back in because it supports the starter. So we'll see you right back.
Dang it.
All right, everyone. So I've made the executive decision that we're going to leave the primary oil pan and the secondary oil pan alone. It looks like both of these can be dealt with the transmission in the truck. I thoroughly believe the oil is primarily coming from these valve covers. There is a lot of it coming from up there. They're leaking significantly. Right here, the rear main seal, where it looks like it's stained by a little bit of oil, I think that's assembly lube from the factory when this was put together. So this is all very dry back here. We're going to do the right thing and leave it alone. Old mechanics trick here, not really, just common sense. You always address leaks from the top down. They're leaking so much and there's so much oil on the side of the block up here that it explains every inch of oil that's down here. So we're going to treat it that way. So I'm going to get this flex plate bolted back up and then we're going to go from there. I know it's hard to see because it's very snug under here, but the transmission is back in the hole after much effort. The starter is in. We're going to cinch a couple more things down here and try to start it. Y'all hold on for a minute. All right, everyone. Transmission, exhaust, drive shaft, every single thing is in the truck. We've got about 6.5 quarts of oil, transmission fluid in it right now because it was dry. Half of that went on the floor when it overfilled. Got an oil change in her. Got all of that fun stuff. So battery's connected. This is the first start in more than 2 years. Let's see if we can save it. All clear?
I'm gonna just back away from here. Contact.
Contact. Fire in the hole. All right, well, it lives again. So we need to get it up to operating temperature, adjust the transmission fluid level, all that fun stuff. We're gonna get that done off camera real quick and then we'll go for a drive. The timing chains sound quiet. It rattled a little when it first started, but I think that's because we just did an oil change. The motor was a little dry. Either that or all of the things we disrupted while it was taken apart. Something settled itself and it's fine. We haven't fixed the oil leaks, and me and David stared at it real close with lights and looked up and down the block. We're fairly certain the only actual oil leak this truck has is the valve covers. But we didn't want to go to the fixing things part of it until we put it back together and made sure that the truck was okay. So let's get this thing up to operating temperature, make sure all the fluids are okay, and then we'll go for a drive and make sure drivetrain's okay. Be right back. All right, first time leaving the shop. First impressions real quick.
No squeaky brakes, sorry, and everything
looks
No weird
good
noises. All of the temperatures are where they're supposed to be. We're about to run out of fuel because apparently we suck all of the fuel out of our vehicle before we give it away. That gets us some of our money back, right? All right, y'all. I'm gonna bring y'all back when we get up on the highway.
Put 20 gallons of no ethanol fuel in it and
I've got to treat her right, huh?
let it drink a little bit of the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, whatever fuel's in here is ancient, so it needs to come out anyways. Be right back, y'all.
No puddles. All right.
Those tires sound yummy. The rubber is nice and old, guys, so it needs to all be replaced. But the loudest noise inside this vehicle is wind noise. Like, you can't even barely hear the motor. All right, Uncle David, give us like 40 mile an hour and get all over those brakes. Make sure they work. All right. Whoa! Yep, the brakes work. Slam it, bro. Pedal on the floor. Well, it's not a race car.
Oh, the other pedal.
Man, it drives so nice. Well, if it needed more transmission fluid, we'll know now.
We'll know about it.
All right, y'all, we're gonna put some gas in this thing. So, Uncle David, now that we're filling it with fuel and the cop's gonna come find us for no license plate. Hi, copper. What's your first impressions of it?
It's nice. It really is. The truck rides good, brakes good, has zero power. It's definitely not like driving a diesel Bronco when you put your foot in the floor.
200 horsepower. You have to give it a pass in that department.
Yeah.
That's probably why it gets half-ass fuel mileage, decent fuel mileage, eh?
Yeah.
Not a race car.
Like you say, the tire noise, you know.
The tires are stiff. They're
from,
shaking and they're shaking and they're noisy. So
the rears obviously have dry rot on them. The fronts.
And it's been sitting, so they're gonna have flat spots in them. So
the fronts, although they look brand new, are better than 5 years old. So
right,
put
gonna need a
new
set of tires
shoes on here and see what happens.
Yep.
Have
right.
somebody come and pretty her up. And
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a full paint correction on this thing. She's gonna look beautiful.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Y'all wanted to see if we could get it running again. It's running again. Sounds beautiful. Motor sounds healthy. Runs great. She gets up and goes. She stops. She turns.
she gets there eventually.
Yeah. This is enough for us today. We're tired. So in the next video on this, we'll change the valve cover gaskets, which looks like it's going to be interesting on this one. Spark plugs, maybe a little bit more general maintenance. But other than that, doing good so far. Anyways, y'all go hit the Facebook page, Murphy's Law Garage, murphyslawgarage.com. Thank you so much for being here, and as usual, we love you. Peace.